MSY for Wonder Makers and other companies to test air in our facilities and the drinking water to make sure that we are breathing clean air. I've developed a national database system because when I took office, there was no database system in the office that would interface. Membership and accounting had wrong addresses for each member. Now we have a national database system where it all interfaces with each other. I've set money aside for the Philosopher lawsuit where we're taking the FAA on in court and we're going to win and people are going to get big money for that. And I've elevated CFS from a little conference we used to do with 90 members to last week, 500 members in Las Vegas. These are just a few things. I could sit here forever and talk about what we are doing and where we are going. But why am I running for president? As the sitting executive vice president, the easy thing for Paul Rinaldi to do is stay as EVP for the next 3 years. But over 17 years of working issues for this great union, I have never taken an easy path. I have always stepped up and done the right thing for this union, for our members. Fighting for what right is not always popular, but it is a necessity. Brothers and sisters, in so many ways, the next 3 years is going to be more challenging than the last 3. I am the best person to lead this organization through these troubled times. You should vote for me if you want someone to fight your issues. Not write a fancy white paper on your issue. Not go and ask for results for your issue, but actually fight your issues. You should vote for me if you want me to lead the NEB, the national office, the fact reps, the activists, the memberships with a clear message and clear direction in the field. So we're on the same page on this fight from the local level, the regional level, and the national level. You should vote for me if you want to return NACA back to its proud spot, its rightful place. You should vote for me if you want to be treated fairly at work, with respect, paid properly.
Time.
As highly trained, highly skilled professionals you are.
Now we're going to go to the question and answer phase. So those with questions could line up behind the mic. And for everybody's benefit that may not know or may be behind the speaker at the microphone, if you would please identify yourself, Mr. Bubens or Rubenthal. And the speakers will have, the questions addressed to you, you'll have 3 minutes to answer and then a 90-second rebuttal period for the closing office. You may address it to the floor or to either any candidate specifically.
Good Bubens, New Orleans Trojan. I got 2 questions for each candidate. They're simple yes or no answers. The first one is, in the last election we had, there was a very divisive election. There was a lot of mudslinging going on, and it became very unpleasant for our future. I want a commitment from each of the 4 of you that when you run this campaign, that it's going to be clear of mud, and we're going to stick to the issues, and we're going to talk about what's best for NACA and not what happened in the past.
Anybody like to speak to that? Mr. Rinaldi, 3 minutes.
Yes and no is okay. This is about our union. This is not about individuals. It's about our membership. So, no personal attacks. This is about our union.
Ms. Marlin.
I like everybody that's running. Every one of them. They're friends of mine. They're activists. They're people I've served with. We all want the same thing. So I have no reason to attack any of them. I like all of them.
Thank you. Mr. Santa, would you like to address?
I will speak the truth. Sometimes the truth bites, but I will not attack.
Thank you. Trish?
Bill, you had one part of your question that you said leave the past in the past, and I'm sure you mean the personal stuff that took place, because obviously we cannot move forward and build a stronger union without looking at what's happened in the past to see what we need to do to improve in the future. I agree with Ruth. I'm the same thing. I've worked with Ruth. I don't know Rich, and I've worked very closely with Paul. I don't think there's an issue there. I think we got enough to deal with on the issues. We don't need to attack each other.
And then my last question, and I'll sit down for the rest of the night, believe it or not. Yes or no? Will you support New Orleans 2014?
A good campaign team gives you a heads up on that question. And, As of right now, I don't know anyone else who's in it, so yes, I would support it.
I've supported it since '96. I'm still on.
We can just assume unanimous.
I was in '96 when we got kind of cheated out of it.
Thank you. Next question, please. Yes, sir.
My name is John Temple Houston Center, Paul for you. You are the EVP, and a lot of people would like to know what made you decide to run for president and not for EVP?
3 minutes?
3 minutes.
I'll try to do this in 3 minutes. You know, like I said, the next 3 years, we are going to get a collective bargaining agreement. And that collective bargaining agreement is going to be worth the paper it's written on. If we don't fight at the local level, the regional level, and the national level to get back everything we're entitled to. And although I like Pat Foray a lot, we have gone from one president who was completely out there fighting and screaming and making personal attacks to another president that wants to sit at the table and talk forever and accomplish nothing. So I think you need somebody in the middle, and that is me. We run on 3-year terms, and I know a lot of people call me a backstabbing bastard in the Great Lakes region because I'm running against their sitting president, our sitting president, Pat Foray, who's from the Great Lakes region. It's not about Pat. I like Pat. I think he's a really nice man. And I like Ruth. I think she's wonderful. But I have the experience, I have the knowledge, and I have the ability to lead us through these challenging times. And that's why I decided to run. It's about the members. And like I said in my opening, it's not always easy standing up for what's right, what is a necessity. And I want to give the membership a choice. Do you want to continue to fight the agency? Or do you want to bring back this union to its rightful spot? It's clearly up to you. It is a choice, and you're going to make the direction of where we're going to go. If you want to continue down the road where we are, then you go there. If you want to go with Ruth, then you go there. This is just giving the members a choice. It's not personal, it's business.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
James Keys, Little Rock Facility Rep. This is kind of a long-winded question, and unlike my brother Bill, I will have more before the night ends. This will be my 4th election that I've gone through on a national level, and I've seen a lot of talented leaders step up to the podium and ask for every member's vote. And I've also seen the talented leaders that perhaps lost the election, never to be seen again. I see 4 very talented individuals sitting before me tonight. My question is, if you lose the election, will you continue to fight for NACA in an active manner as you are today?
Ruth, if you would address first, please.
I've been active and fought for this union since I joined it when I was a trainee reporting to Miami Center. I think that this union is important. I don't need a title to fight for this union. A lot of people have asked what I've been doing for the last 3 years. And I tried to address it in some of my blogs, but I'll repeat some of that today. I believe that it was my job, since I chose not to run for re-election, to support the people who did, and not to constantly question what they were doing, to give them the room to lead. And so I did that. And my focus was at the local level. I worked very hard with my FACA. I think many of you know Steve Wallace. He's a great rep. We did a lot of things, but I perform a support role because I am not in that office. But there's no work that's beneath me. Having served in that office, I have resources that I can offer. I know that Paul and I talked on a number of occasions. I'm very proud of the transition that we had, and I think that it was good for this union. So I will always be active in this union. I will be active in this union after I retire. I will be active in this union because I believe in what we do. I believe in our professions. I believe in our cause, and I believe that our core is those people that do this job and continue to believe in it and want to make it the profession that it used to be for our next generation. And when I go around the country and talk to our young controllers, I tell them all the same thing. I want you to have the career that I had. I want you to be walking up the steps to the center and just have a bounce in your step because you're proud to be an air traffic controller. I want your kids to be proud you're an air traffic controller. And more than anything, I want to make sure that it continues to be the greatest pickup line in the history of pickup lines. I am an air traffic controller.